Welcome back to Lone Oak Farm 17 for episode 45 with me, MrSealyp. Another full load of 70,000 litres of manure from Sangstocks Organics. Today's episode is going to be a bit of flitting about. Kind of an odd job day, or an odd job episode. We've got a few jobs to do, and again, they're not... Sometimes when you've got a big job to do, you've got a whole field to do, and you want to do a time lapse and it's going to take most of an episode, or you're going to turn a field, so you're going to do all the jobs, ploughing, cultivating, slurrying, muck spreading. That can take a whole episode. Sometimes you've only got small jobs to do. One of them on their own won't take a whole episode, so you they get left over. I suppose it's like anything, like any real farm, like any real job. Those little jobs that could only take, however long, 20 minutes, half hour, an hour, kind of get put to one side for the bigger jobs, and then they build up and build up. So then sometimes you just got to tackle them all one after the other. So first of all, we're going to take this up to the orchard and we're going to dump this. I have been informed that by quite a few people. That's why I'm not... if it was one person, normally I would shout out the one person. When there's a few people, it's just a long string of shout outs. But if you're one of those people, you know who you are, thank you massively. Have told me that the river down the bottom by the orchard, you can actually refill from there. Now I tried, I'm sure I tried all the rivers and I couldn't refill, but I have been reliably informed that the one down here you can, and then somebody said not necessarily the river but at the ford you can. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully some of these trees might have used a little bit, because that thing at the moment is full, unless I can just dump water somewhere so I can test out the theory. So I don't know for definite, but we'll kind of see. What I'll do is swing round here. Now I've left the Joskin 3 points tipper probably in the way, so what I'll do is, again, I'll avoid hitting trees. That's probably not a bad idea. Let's stick this part here, shall we? Right, I'll get caught up. That's a fair size, and then we'll stick another one a little bit kind of next to it. Avoid the trees, avoid the trees. Don't cause any damage. Now I made a couple of errors in the last episode on here, and I apologise to Cadet Mowing. That the field situation was one of those miscommunication things, in so much as Randy mentioned field 29, which I own. I thought it said 39. That wasn't so much of a problem. He only asked for 20 trees, not 30. So we did 28 in the end. So I think what we're going to go with is a concept of this. This road is going to split part of the orchard. So I think the ones this side, I can't remember how many we've got this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then maybe 2 of these are going to belong to me. Another 20, I say me, Jockey Inc. Yeah, not mine. So yeah, I don't know why I thought it was 30. I 30 mid. I don't know. It's you know me. So what I'm going to try and do, let's see, is hopefully. Starting the engine is always a good idea if you want a vehicle to move. I've found over the years, my massive experience of driving vehicles. Oh no, they don't need anything. Can I just dump water? No. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, well what we'll do then, when these do get to a point where they need to have some more water, I'll use what's in this tank and then we'll go down to the river and we'll check. But I have been reliably informed it does work, so that's job 1 done. Manure taken here. What I'm going to do now is I'll whiz back to the farm, and I've got a load of vehicles all prepped and ready. I've bought them in from all over the place, and we'll hopefully hopefully knock a few of these jobs off the list. Now unfortunately, because of all my ploughing fields together, it was mentioned that I have eradicated my shortcut, and I have. It's only dawned on me because I've gone right the way across from field 45 right the way across to field 53. I've taken out the shortcuts, which is fine at the moment. I say it's fine, you know, let's be honest, the field has been seeded, planted. I shouldn't be trundling across this in a truck. I shouldn't be trundling across it in anything, compacting the soil and, you know, damaging everything that's been pre-done. But I am, and I apologise for that. So I'm going to put this into the shed, and then what we'll do is see what's next on that list. And let's knock a few of these off. So the cover will go back on just for the time being, just to avoid any foreign matter getting into the back. And stop that. There. So, next job. We've still got this from cadet mowing, and I have been told as well by the boss at cadet mowing that they are looking to get rid of this simply because they're going to be getting a new version, the newer version, in around, I don't know, 19 days, something like that. I need to do something about the grass here. It never seems to grow very well here. I'm not sure why. Anyway, I have got the Penta on the back of the T7 315 Blue Power. Oh, this needs filling because this was very low. Let's fill that up. Once that's full, then we'll get it over there and give it a wash because that is absolutely filthy. I have got that needs to be put away. I've bought over the Liebherr telehandler, and I've leased the big universal lightweight bucket, 11,000 litres odd, something like that, for another job. And I've still got the snowblower that I leased, I can't remember how long ago, to do this job, to empty this bunker silo, and I just didn't get around to it. So, well, first things first, let's get the Penta and the Blue Power down here. I might use the Chrome Big M again in a little while, if, and that's a big if I get all these other little jobs done. Hopefully I will. That's how we get on. So the first thing, and I don't know if it's going to work. Now what I can do, I could use the telehandler with the bucket, scoop up 11,000 litres at a time, plonk them in the Penta. Of course I can. Or I can use the snow blower and make life a little bit easier. Now I don't know how well it's going to work on here. See how we get on. I think the trap's open at the front. So what we'll do is we'll swing this round. Pipe out. And it should. Depends how well this is going to like a modded trailer. There we go. So what we're going to do, like we did before up at the BGA, we did this with the semi, because I've got that one with the BSM one. Did I get the 850 hook? I did, didn't I? I didn't get the Legend. I did. I can't remember what I've got now. Yeah, I did exactly the same thing. Just used the snowblower, and it just makes picking all this stuff up a lot easier. Now I know it's not realistic, it's for throwing it through the grate there. I don't think this has got one that's got a flap that goes down. Trailer. No. Some of them have a little flap at the front of the trailer for this very reason, to allow that to happen. So I'll go up this side first, I think, then if I clear this side out. Take my time, clear it. It's a 50,000 litre trailer, so we should do alright. Might take a couple of trips. I say that might take about 4 or 5 trips, because I'm sure I've got about 200,000 litres, maybe. Actually I might have more than that. I did a whole load. You know what, the easy thing to do here is going to be, if I just scroll across to help window, we've got, oh yeah, 163,000 litres left, so about 200,000. I thought I had more than that. Maybe that was up at the main BGA. It was, wasn't it? I had about 500,000 litres up there. Ignore me. It does work surprisingly well. I know I've said this so many times before, but you may be new to the channel, you may be new to Farming Simulator, I don't know. Or you may be one of the loyal few who've been around for ages and ages and ages. This snowblower, obviously the job it was intended for was blowing snow, and I found, using it various different times, I don't think it's going to fill up any more than that. That's frustrating. I found, let's turn it off, lift it up. Weirdly enough, it's not brilliant at blowing snow. I mean, it does it works okay at blowing snow, but I find it trips out every now and again. It has been far more useful for various other tasks, like emptying out bunker silos, like if you want to use a 70,000 litre trailer as a loading wagon. You have this on the front, massive trailer on the back, and you can pick up grass, you can pick up hay, you can pick up straw very, very quickly and very, very easily. And so weirdly enough, the job it was designed for, it's not brilliant at, but it's actually brilliant at loads of other things. So all I'm doing is bringing this here and putting it into the silo. I meant to do this ages ago, once it was fermented, and I just didn't get around to it. There's so many other jobs to do. It's one of those things you think, well, it's sitting in the bunker silo, it's not doing any harm, it's not hurting anybody, it's fine. Leave it to get on with it itself, you know. So what I'm going to do now, once this is empty, it's on grain door, isn't it? It is. Ah, I thought it was taking a while. I'm going to empty this, I'm going to go back to the bunker silo, get the rest out, put it into storage, then we'll get into the next job. That's the plan. I'll see you in a little bit. Little while, little bit. Mix of both. Little bile. Bunker silo is empty. I said we'd have about 400,000 litres, I think, and I think we're over that. I haven't checked. We'll see with this load. Hopefully we will be. I've changed it to tip back rather than grain door, so that'll happen a lot quicker. I'm pretty sure the silo by BDBSSB, you can get the one that's actually got the extension bit with the grid there. I don't know why I didn't use that one, because it does look a bit unrealistic tipping into the ground. I mean, the point is it's supposed to be kind of sucked up by that thing there, but I'm sure there's one with a grate. Let's have a look on placeables, just in case. You know, I'm sure it's that one that does have a version of. Yeah, you've got that one there, and you've got Silo 2, which has a grate on the front of it. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't use that one, but it might have been space. Right, that's that job done. Ticked off the list. I'm going to put this to one side. I've had a thought, actually, just using this. Again, dangerous, I know. Shouldn't think. It's bad for the brain. Makes it hurt. I bought over the lead pair and I leased the universal lightweight bucket for the next job I'm going to do. The snowblower might work. But before I do that, let's jump in at the Challenger. And give it a bit of a blitz. Thank you for everyone that was watching that watched the fertilization video yesterday. I can only apologise again for the noise of that thing. The weird thing was when I was recording, and it was noisy, but you know, I was recording and it didn't sound too bad. It was only once I then came to edit, I could barely hear my voice, and I thought, I can't believe how loud that is. It didn't seem too bad when I originally did the video, so yeah, thanks for sticking with it. One of those things. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and grab the muck spreader. The next job involves muck spreading, and this is up at field 52 for Al, and he was very specific about organic corn, and it had to all come from the pigs, the hogs. Seriously. Problem is, I think what we've got in here now. Was that from the hogs or not? Don't think it was. Where was it? Oh, I can't remember where this came from. Can I dump out of this? I don't know if I can I? Does that just turn it on? Actually, no, what I'll do. I'm going to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use it randomly. It doesn't matter where. Just spread a little bit. Spread the love. And I will definitely be using the proper hog manure where it's needed. So what I'll do, swing around here. I think we have to open the grate, don't we? That first. Then that. Let's just spread it across here and use this 10,000 litres. I'm going to kick myself if this was from the hogs. I don't think it was. Then what I'm going to do, go over to the hog farm. I'm pretty sure we've got enough hog manure, pig manure there to fill this. We're going to go over to field 52 and I'm going to spread this over the top of what we did the other day. That was a cover crop. So potentially then that will give me 2 fertilising states. And then what I can do after that is actually, is this field house in front? Field 43. Yeah, let's just keep going. It doesn't matter. To buy the manure from Sangstocks Organics is fairly cheap, so it's not like I'm wasting it. It's just this strip will be done. You know, one strip across the middle of the field will be fertilised. It's a minor thing. Again, this was not the plan. It was I completely forgot to check it and hook into it and see what was in it. And I'm pretty sure when I did the last episode when I was using the muck spreading, I did say I'd have to empty it, didn't I? Pretty sure I did. I just completely forgot that. Today, I'm not sure when this is going to post actually. No, this may be yesterday. This may be posted Saturday morning. I'm trying to think. Fact sheet Friday. I'm recording this Friday, but I don't know if this will be posted Friday. So this may be Saturday morning. Happy Saturday if it's Saturday morning. even less days till the release. Now, like I say, I don't know if this is going to work. The snowblower works, but I don't know if the snowblower will pick up manure, and I don't know if it will allow it to put it into the back of the Stroutman. It may need to be loaded with the bucket. That's why I bought the lead pair. Not bought it over. That's why I leased the thing. So, right. Yes, let's just go across the grass, just ignore the fact it's there. Please work. Oh no, it hasn't. No, I just suddenly realised. Pipe out. No. That puts the pipe away. That opens the pipe. But it's not registering that trailer on the back, is it? Why did I not think of that? Can I move it myself, but I think that's just going to blow it to the floor, isn't it? It's not going to actually... Let's see what happens, shall we? If I do that, drop that down. I'm going to end up throwing this all over the place, aren't I? I know I am. Is that working? It's working. Oh, phew. That's going to make life so much easier. I've never tried this before, and I'm glad it's working. Absolutely brilliant. See, this snowblower is awesome. So rather than using the lead pair with the bucket, snowblow it. Or blow it, not snowblow. Muck blow. We're muck blowing. Lovely. How odd. I'm going to fill this up. that was amazing. I can't believe that worked. Right, let's turn it off. And what I'm going to do is disconnect it there. That's brilliant. I think this is too small to actually operate it. I think I need more horsepower, but I just thought I'd bring it over. As soon as I had the snowblower already on it. Let me just check that actually. Install. Let's go to... Where's the manure spreaders? There we are, manure spreader. This needs 220 horsepower. Oh no, that's fine. Just seemed to be a little bit kind of wobbly. We go. Oh, well, I thought I'd have to go and get the T9 or the Challenger, but maybe not. Now, this is the next bit. I don't know if this is going to work either. There's a couple of things that have happened now that I wasn't sure if they were going to work, and they did, so that makes a pleasant change, doesn't it? I'll whiz all the way up. All the way up. So the weird thing about recording this Friday is I don't know what the fact sheets are yet because they haven't come out yet. I'm recording this, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Fact sheets normally hit around 1ish, half 12, 1 in the UK. So the fact sheet video would have been released before this. It's like time travel, isn't it? I hope you liked them. I hope you like all the new vehicles that are in the fact sheets. I do. Did. Will. Something like that. Sorry, I'm just filling the time between here and getting to field 52. I'll stop now. So the theory here being that we slurried, or we ploughed, cultivated, or ploughed, slurried, cultivated, whichever way around. We seeded, planted corn, without fertilising because it had to be all organic. So the cover crop will be one of those stages, but now technically, because this has been seeded, this on top should it's only gone and worked, hasn't it? Brilliant. So what should happen now is that will give me my second fertilising state, all organic, all from the hogs. Hope you're happy, Al. That's exactly what you're asking for. And then when the cover crop comes through and we cultivate that in, that'll give me the third. Like I say, it's almost like I plan these things, you know. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. I don't, by the way, but you know. It kind of makes it look like I do. Couple little spots that missed. Go again. And I'll just do that other strip down the side. Tidy up those other bits when I'm finished. No. Why has he done that? Okay, do this myself. So this was the other job I wanted to do. It's working. Brilliant. This again was a couple of people, a couple of subscribers. It didn't even dawn on me. I drove off, left it and thought, okay, right, I need to wait. Do the cover crop, then when I plant the corn, then I'll wait and I'll, you know, no, don't need to. So for those people that commented, thank you. You were absolutely spot on. As you guys often are. Johnny on the spot with the ideas. Like I said, it's funny how you do things all the time. And then the most simple and obvious things just escape you. It doesn't even cross your mind. You think, oh, if I do this, this will, you know, you just drive off and you forget. You just don't do it. We are nearly there. So this was the next job. I wanted to make sure this field was done. So then when the cover crop comes through, we'll cultivate that in, and that'll be 3 states. Then we'll put corn in it. Once the corn's in it, that'll be this one. Done. Yeah, we'll just tidy these bits up. I know I've gone over this bit already, but and we'll tidy up the other end, like so. And we've still got some in there for whatever we're going to do next, wherever we're going to do it. And then I'm going to drive this one back. Let's just do this corner. That's field 52 done. Next job. Sorted. I'll see you back there in a minute. So what I did, I used up what I had over on field 44 coming back from doing field 52. I then went back over to the hog farm, filled this up again with another 32,000 litres, and that's that empty now. Well, it's actually 31,000 and a bit, but that's the hog farm manure empty. So then I brought it over here to field 35. I did all the edges and squared them off so I could set a worker, and it did all the edges. I've done all the edges, and then these few strips here, and it's empty. I have got a little bit at, with the cows, so I can do a little bit more. I just thought I'd do as much as I can actually. I might as well, while I'm here, while I've got muck in it, I might as well get on with it. So I'm going to go and pick up the snow blower, and later on off screen I'm going to go and I'll get some from the cows, and then I'll carry on with this field. That strip across field 43 there didn't register. I think because that's not gone into its next growth stage yet, so it won't for some reason. So what I'm going to do is pull this to one side, because I'm going to move on to my next job. I wasn't sure if I was going to get on this or not. We've done the slurry bunker silo, the silage bunker silo. We've moved all of that. We've done the muck on field 52. We managed to use the snowblower to pick up the muck into the muck spreader, which is brilliant. I didn't think that was going to happen. So while we've still got this, I've done my usual setup. I said a couple of episodes ago I did a bit of grass when we did field 39 for the orchard. That's in the silo, so I've got a bit more grass. I think just under, actually let's check, I didn't check the things, did I? We're looking at the moment, we've got 447,000 litres of silage. I said it'd be around 400,000 litres, that's good. Straw we know we're good for. Grass we're up to 344, we could do with a bit more, and hay we got 322. To be fair, we only used both of those about 200,000 litres. I don't even know if they were full actually, were they full? Can't remember. Over the winter or over the rest of the year after I did them. But we've got more sheep now, we've got more hogs, we've got more, so we've got more cows, we've got the 30 cows. That's a good point actually. They haven't started, no, they're still not reproducing. I assume that's summer, is it? The cows start reproducing. We're still doing great with the sheep, up to 192 now. And hogs, we've had another 3 because we sold a load off. That took us down to 125. We're up to 128, so we've got more. It's all going really, really well, but we need more hay. So what I do when I do my hay, not normally, I would normally use my mowers, then I would, like I did originally, ted it, then windrow it, then collect it. But when I've got the Chrome Big M, and I've done this on a few different Let's Plays now, I lease or buy the Gregoire Besson Trailed Lifter, and this is in the Big Bud pack, because that will take you from a normal connector to a 3-point link. Then I get the PZ Zweegers haybob. This is a mod and it's under Tedders, and you can have the Vicon haybob, you can have the PZ haybob, or you can have a used PZ haybob, and this basically Teds. But because this is in one big windrow anyway, this is very narrow, so it keeps it in a very, very tight windrow. If you used a normal tedder on the back, it would spread it all back out again, and I don't want to do that. I want to try and keep it in windrows. So I'm going to go down to across to the western edge, peripheral fields. I did plough part of that in one of my very early episodes because I wasn't sure if you could use them or not. The rest I left as grass. Now this isn't a grass field in so much as I haven't changed fertiliser states. This is just grass as is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mow, windrow, ted, and then I'll just come back later on, pick it all up, put it in storage. That was my third job that I want to get done. That field on the left is grass. I don't own it, so I can't do anything with it. Now I did cut a bit of this the other day when I came back with a loading wagon from field 39. I did do a strip up part of it. And as you can see ahead of me now, I did plough this, I don't know, was it episode 1, 2, 3, very, very early on, because I wasn't sure if we could use these, and I thought, well, if I can plough it and use it, that'd be great. Unfortunately, I didn't then reseed it, which I should have done. And as you'll see as we get a bit further up here, I've got a whole section that I've already cut. So what I'm going to do now is go to this and open it up. I hope it's going to open up. And there is a ridge along here, so I don't know how well the mowers are going to do the ridge, but once I get past the bit I've already mowed, I can carry on normally. And there is a field a bit further up as well that I can also do. So you do that and drop it down, and then the hay bob on the back, I'm going to turn it on and lower it. Hopefully that's not going to lift the wheels of the trail lifter. It's all fairly flat, so we should be right. So what will happen now is, as you can see, as I go over, that's missed part of it. And that's not too bad. As I cut, my windrow gets tedded but stays as a windrow. So it works perfectly. So I'm cutting, tedding and windrowing all in one go, and it just means I can come back later on with the loading wagon or with the trailer and the snowblower and just pick it all up, collect it, go and put it into storage. Or I could bale it if I wanted to. I could come back with a baler, go over all this and bale it. Whatever I want to do, really. So that's a bit I left from before actually, just suddenly remembered. And it really doesn't matter how much of this I do, because I've got the silo at the main farm. I've also got one of those silos over at the sheep farm. So if I've got way too much and I fill up the one at the main farm, there's absolutely no reason at all why I can't just transport it all over and put it into the sheep farm. It'll get used, that's the thing. And this was the job that I was going to do. I haven't waited, I don't need to wait till summer to do it. Now the other thing I'm thinking is, because of, again, job wise, tomorrow, what is it, 3:45 now, so the next day in game I don't know if anything's going to be through the ground, if I'm going to have any shoots. If I have, then I'm going to need to get some spraying done, or some muck spreading, or some slurrying, or some fertiliser spreading, or whatever, to get another fertilising state on some of these fields. Obviously there's not going to be any harvesting to do unless the poplars are done, in which case I can get on with the poplars. Like I said, I've got some mowing contracts with cadet mowing, which I could do, and that's just yards and stuff like that. It's, you know, fairly straightforward. This is going to be a fair amount of hay actually. And then what I can do is, when I get to the end of here, turn around, come back down again the other way. Got two big strips. But then also, I think I've been along here and shown this, I'm sure I have, in earlier episodes, but again, you might be new to this, you might not have watched all the way through the Let's Play, you might not have watched any of the other Let's Plays where I've done this before. That gap there in the trees, just as I'm coming up to it here, if I go directly across past the edge of that other field, let's just stop there a second. If I go off this direction here, through this gap and past this field here, all of this can be cut, and there's all of this to the side of this field here. All of this here can all be cut as well, so I could cut that to it. Now I know I've got my fields 24, 22 and 23 over by the sheep, but they're not ready to be done yet, so I thought I'd do some hay on here first. What I am going to do though is I'm going to lift, not that, I'm going to lift that, go to the end with that, into the trees a little bit, then turn that off, because turning round is always a nightmare. I'm going to lose a little bit of grass here, but not too much. What have I hit? I've hit the boundary. Ready? Oh, I'm really close to that boundary. I didn't realise how close I was. Okay, well that's not going to work, is it? Okay, I really didn't realise how close I was to that boundary. It's right there. Okay, right. So, this is looking incredibly untidy, I do apologise. I'm going to go over here then. Or I'm going to get stuck. Please tell me I'm bottomed out. Let's fold those completely. That's better. Oh, that was panic stations. So get it turned on. Get it dropped down. And away we go again. Now that's going to miss a little bit there. No, I know I don't know that field, sorry. Let's turn that way a little bit. And let's get the haybob on. So close that. There we go. It does say fold, but it kind of unfolds it. I'm always been a bit baffled with that. And then what we'll do, try not to do bends. It doesn't always do the curves very well. As long as you keep it a very shallow curve, not too tight, it'll be fine. So this whole field here I can do. It's a bit more hay just to add in. And there we go. That's the jobs I wanted to get done for today, and I've got them done. I'm happy about that. We'll check in on some of the crops later on and see how we get on. If there's nothing more for me to do today job wise, then we may, next episode may well be the next day. We may be early summer. We'll see how we get on with that. I'm not too sure how we're going to be looking for that, so it may be early summer, but I will come and collect this as well. Thank you. Cut. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. If you want to share this video, then please be my guest. whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.